the unheard cries, the chains of oppression. The sky was draped in an endless sheet of darkness, only punctuated by the cold glow of the moon. In the heart of the vast plantation, amidst towering sugarcane and cotton fields, countless souls toiled under the weight of oppression. Their days were consumed by labor, their nights by silent prayers for freedom. Each morning, the sun rose over the fields, not as a beacon of hope, but as a reminder that another day of suffering awaited. The master's wrath. The air was thick with tension, the atmosphere heavy with the unspoken fear of punishment. The overseers roamed the plantation with watchful eyes, their hands never far from the whips that symbolized their power. Any sign of resistance was met with swift and merciless retribution. The crack of the whip echoed through the fields, a cruel reminder that defiance had consequences. Yet beneath the surface of fear, an ember of hope burned. Hope for something more beyond the life they had always known. The pain of resistance, there were whispers in the night. Rumors of escape, of a path to freedom beyond the plantation's borders. Some had tried before, their fates serving as warnings to those who remained. Yet the thought of living a life without chains, without the constant fear of punishment, was too powerful to ignore. The choice was clear: remain in captivity or risk everything for a chance at liberation. The decision would not be made lightly, for failure meant more than just capture. It meant suffering beyond imagination. A dangerous journey, one fateful night, under the veil of darkness, a small group made their move. Bare feet whispered against the cold earth, and hearts pounded in synchrony with the distant calls of night creatures. The journey was treacherous, filled with the ever-present danger of being discovered. Every shadow was a potential threat, every rustling leaf a warning. Yet, they pressed forward, guided by the dim light of the stars and the unwavering determination in their hearts. Fear and hope. The road to freedom was not a straight path. It was one of uncertainty, filled with hiding places, fleeting moments of rest, and the kindness of those willing to risk everything to help. The journey was not without loss. Some were caught, dragged back to a fate worse than death. But for those who continued, each step forward was a triumph over the chains that had once bound them. Fear walked beside them, but so did hope, growing stronger with every mile placed between them and their past. The final stretch, as the land changed, so did the seasons. The cold bit at their skin, but it was nothing compared to the torment they had left behind. The final obstacle stood before them, a river, vast and unrelenting. On the other side lay the promise of freedom, of a new life where they could finally be seen as more than property. But crossing it was a test of endurance, of willpower. With the sound of pursuers growing closer, there was no time for hesitation. They stepped into the icy water, every stroke forward, a desperate grasp for salvation. The new dawn, the sun rose on the other side of the river, casting golden hues over the land that would no longer know them as captives. Collapsing onto the shore, tears mingled with the frost. But these were not tears of sorrow. They were of relief, of triumph. The past could not be erased, nor the scars undone, but ahead lay a world where chains did not dictate their worth. For the first time, they breathed freely, the taste of hope lingering on their lips. Though the road had been long, the journey was far from over. Freedom was more than just escaping. It was rebuilding, redefining, and reclaiming a life that had once been stolen. And so they walked forward, not as fugitives, but as survivors, stepping into a future of their own making.